I'm 40 years old and I'm probably in the best shape of my life right now today. I want to give you guys 3 strategies that I've been implementing to help me get in that shape. Here's the thing. These are pretty extreme and a lot of you guys are not going to be able to do this shit. Right? You're just not tough enough. You're not badass enough. If you're a motherfucker who types, that's too fucking hard for me, or I don't want to do all that, that's too much. Listen, I believe it's too hard for you because you a motherfucking bitch. You a bitch. You probably been a bitch your whole life. You probably gonna die a bitch. This is not for you. You can probably stop watching this shit now. I don't want to waste your time. You got bitch nigga shit to do, right? You gotta go fucking give money to hoes on OnlyFans, and you gotta go jerk off again today. You know what I'm saying? You got bitch nigga shit to do, man. So go ahead and do that. I don't want to waste your time. You don't have to type your comment, oh, this is too fucking hard. Oh, that's too extreme. Nobody has time for that. Listen, man, this is not for you. This is for people who want to have elite level success, who want to be the best they can be. This is for people who want to be the best they can be, who want to max out their potential, not your bitch ass. All right? Not you. The reason you feel compelled to type that shit when you hear some real shit is because you know you a bitch. You've been a bitch for mad long. And secretly, you kind of hate yourself. Parents kind of hate you. Damn, we didn't get that abortion for this. If you found some fucking 5 to marry you, she probably hates you. She a 5 and she could do better. She knows she could do better. That's why she always bitching at you. Because deep inside, she knows she could have did better than your goofy ass. Her fucking boyfriend knows she could do better. He tells her every night when he get home driving the bus or sweeping floors and shit and fucks your wife. He tells her, you know, you could be doing better than him. Cause he ain't a G, right? She a 5, right? She a 5. And if she would have settled for your bitch ass, she'll settle for anyone. So this is not for you, man. You could leave now if you haven't already. If you stayed this long, you probably a G, right? You're probably serious about success and you want to take it to the next level. Here are 3 tips that I've been utilizing to really take my fitness to the next level. And, you know, people who I've been working with and training, you know, I train some people for fun on the side, like friends of mine. I train them and they've been getting great results as well. And here's some of the tips we've been utilizing. Number 1, it's all calories in, calories out. We know that. If you want to get ripped, all you got to do, burn more calories than you consume. I think everyone knows that, but they don't take it fucking seriously. So here's how you do that. First, you need to find out how much you're burning each day. And the only way to really do that without guessing is to get yourself some sort of fitness tracker. I like the Oura Ring. I used to wear something called the Whoop, but it looked kind of dorky and it don't match with all the diamonds and fucking baller ass watches and shit I be wearing. You're wearing that dorky shit and you kind of look like a fucking cyber bully with that shit on. Like you about to hack into Pornhub, but not for money, just so you can watch more porn. Like the free shit's not enough for you. You look like one of them niggas. So that's when I moved to the Oura Ring. But I also wear my Apple Watch. I have the Apple Watch Ultra and I wear that a lot. And what it does is, you know what? I'm gonna show them. So here's a screenshot from yesterday. The way the Apple Watch tracks your calories, it does your active calories, but over here it shows your total calories. And as you can see, I burned like almost 4,000 calories total yesterday. But it doesn't matter if I fucking ate more than that. I'm not gonna get ripped if I ate more than that, right? So number 1 is to track your calories burned. Some sort of fitness tracker. The Oura Ring is great. The Whoop band is great if you don't mind looking a little dorky. The Apple Watch is fantastic in that regard too. I think Samsung makes some shit that's cool too, that does the job. That's part 1. You have to actually track how much you are burning each day, and it needs to be as accurate as possible. So I don't wear my Apple Watch all the time. Sometimes I'm out here flexing on these motherfuckers with the douchebag iced out AP. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealer AP. It's not classy because I'm not classy. I'm not trying to be classy. I'm a G. I'll fuck you up. Anyway, that's step 1. But I keep the Oura Ring on all the time. You got to burn more than you consume, so you have to track the consumption as well. So what I do is I carry a food scale around with me everywhere I go. I have the Louis bag that I keep the little food scale in, and I take it to restaurants. People think it's extreme. They think, oh, that's over the top. That's too much. You a bitch. It is too much for you because you a bitch. I'm a G. I don't give a fuck about what another motherfucker thinks when I'm breaking the scale out at the club. Again, I'll fuck you up. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to me. I digress. I weigh everything out, everything I eat at a restaurant, or if I'm at home, my girl orders something or she cooks something, I know I gotta weigh it, right? And then I put it into MyFitnessPal. Here's how many calories I consumed yesterday. Total calories, around 3,000. So I was in a 1,000 calorie deficit yesterday. You do that every day, you're gonna lose fat. It doesn't really matter what macronutrients you have. I like keto. You can see my macronutrient ratio, but I know it's not for everybody. So my macros look like this. Yours may look different. This was yesterday keto, so my net carbs were under 50. I keep my protein real high. I know I could do that and still stay in ketosis because the first year I did keto, I actually measured my ketone levels twice a day. And for whatever reason, I can consume more protein and stay in ketosis. Not everybody can, but whatever. You don't even have to do keto. The most important thing is the calories. I don't really care what you eat. You motherfuckers ain't tough enough not to eat carbs. Chill out. Why am I like this, man? I'm somebody's dad. All right, anyway, that's all you got to do.
So the calories that the Apple Watch has, the active calories, it was around 1,700.
Yeah.
But the total calorie was
That's what you want to look at, the total calories, right?
Total.
Because the active is how much you burnt doing shit, like working out, because I'll track my workouts in there, track how much I'm walking. But, you know, your body burns other calories just keeping yourself alive, right?
Gotcha.
Pumping your organs, doing shit like that, you know?
Okay.
And it's tracking your heart rate all day. And the Oura Ring does the same thing. They come up with pretty similar results. So all you got to do is just burn more calories you consume. Everyone knows that. But if you're not tracking it, you're not doing it. You're just guessing. Now, some fucking sissy is thinking right now of typing, that's too much work. I just eyeball the shit. I don't need a scale. I can just eyeball it. I'm a loser. Or I'm not gonna work that hard. I want to enjoy life or some shit. Shut up, you fucking dork. I know you want to enjoy life. You want to have tasty treats and shit. You know, you want to put some sweet and tasty in your mouth all the time. I know that. I know that. Your boyfriend knows it. This ain't for you. This is for people who want elite level success. You motherfuckers are so busy trying to think of how much you can get away with or what's the least amount you can do. The real motherfuckers are seeing how much they can take, how hard they can go, how much they can push themselves, see what the fuck they're made of. You soft ass motherfuckers is always looking for ways to cut corners and make it as easy as possible. Cause you a fucking bitch. Fucking hate you. Anyway, it's all calories in, calories out. Get yourself some sort of fitness tracker. Oura Ring, Whoop, Apple Watch, Samsung Watch, Garmin, something that's gonna track your calories burned every day. And then you have to also track how many calories you intake every day. Get yourself a food scale, weigh everything you eat. Or if you some of this package, you can scan the label, input that into MyFitnessPal. Boom. You can't lose. You literally can't lose. There's no way you can lose if you do that. Number 2, this is one a little controversial. I put out a YouTube short about this and people were up in arms, man. They couldn't believe it. Some of them just didn't believe, Nima, that I actually did this, right? They never seen a motherfucking real nigga. I want you to think about the normal person's workout. Let's say it's an hour, 60 minutes, boom. And this is the intensity. You go from P is for punk, like a little punk workout, to King Keto, Brandon Carter, badass workout, right? That's the intensity level. Boom, as soon as you start training, you're going hard. But as you train, the intensity is going to dwindle as the duration increases. It's just like a boxer. He's got way more energy and he's way more intense in round 1 than he is in round 12. It's always like that. Let's say we were to put this in the thirds. Boom. The first third is super intense. Second third is moderately intense. And the last part is, you know, just kind of going through the motions and shit, right? So what I do, instead of one 60-minute workout, I do 3 20-minute workouts. And here's why it works. Because, bam, I just get the intense part 3 times. I'm only doing this. Instead of doing it once a day, it's times 3. So I get 3 times the intensity of my workout. And there's a few other good reasons to do this. If you do a 60-minute workout, and if you work out anything like me, it's going to be difficult to get anything else accomplished that day after it. In fact, I seen my boy Hermosi, that's my man's. I seen him on an interview with Derek from More Plates, More Dates. And he said that it's difficult for him to work hard after a hard workout, or especially a big leg day. Well, there's a reason for that, because your central nervous system is taxed, right? You need a fucking rest or a nap after that. It makes a lot of sense. Floyd Mayweather is not out doing business shit immediately after the fight, right? You got to rest. Your body wants to rest. However, if you only do a 20-minute workout, like you still left a lot in the tank, right? But you capped it right there, boom. Then you can go get some work done, eat some food, do your thing, boom. And then later on that day, you get another 20-minute workout. I'm never exhausted after the workout, even though I'm working out actually 3 times as hard as you, judging from this graph I just wrote. Judging from this graph I just drew, I'm working out 3 times as hard as you, but because it's spread out throughout the day, it's not that big of a deal. It's not as taxing on my central nervous system, so I can get more work done and make a whole bunch of money. This works because I work out at home and I got a home gym. It's going to be very difficult if you go to the gym to work out. I understand that. However, I've seen people do it. The first time I saw someone do this, it wasn't me. I've worked in some of the best gyms in New York City, Manhattan. I would be there early and I would see the Wall Street guys, the finance guys come in like super early, work out, boom, 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 get their workout in, and it would be quick. Then they go to work, start doing finance shit. They come on their lunch break, work out again. They're gonna go back to work, boom, boom, boom. Then, they work late hours. Then at night, they come and work out again. I actually modeled this after real people who had regular jobs, who worked harder than yo bitch ass and did it in the gym. What I do is actually easier because I work out in my apartment gym because I live in, big penthouse in Miami. It's the gym in my building is better than the gym you pay for. I'm fortunate and privileged in that regard. But I've seen guys work really hard and do this. And the first time I started doing it, it wasn't for this reason. It was just for time. We used to have an office in Midtown Manhattan and I was living in Queens, and I would take the train to Midtown, boom, get off the train, work out at Crunch for like 30 minutes. Then I would go to work, boom. And then on the way home, I'd do another 30-minute workout and then go home. And I just found that way better than a whole hour workout as far as productivity was concerned. Another benefit of this is you get more post-workout windows. So after you train, your insulin sensitivity has increased, meaning that you will utilize nutrients more effectively, right? You get fucking 2 or 3 of those windows. You get what I'm saying? You get 2 or 3 of those windows where you're more insulin sensitive. So now your body is going to utilize the nutrients that you consume more effectively throughout the day. There's no version of reality where this is not more effective than doing 1 hour workout. There's like no version of reality where this is not more effective. I know some of you guys are thinking the time, that's too much work. It's a waste of time. Listen, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do any of this, bro. You don't have to get all upset about it. Like, people got mad when I did the YouTube short about it. They were like angry in the comments. They were angry, not at me, man. They're just angry at themselves, their lives. Wife don't love them because they a bitch. Kids don't respect them. Their fucking kids want to be like Brandon Carter instead of them. You know what I'm saying? They got to live with that. So I get it. If it's too much for you, I knew that because you a bitch. Don't worry about it. Break your workouts. At least just try 2. If 3's too much for you, just try 2. Oh, and people say, what about showers? Yeah, I take 2 or 3 showers a day, depending on how sweaty I get in that middle workout. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely take 2 or 3 showers a day. It's quick, you know what I'm saying? Because after the first shower, that's when you shave and do all the real shit. Then the other ones, you kind of just rinsing and lathering off. It's like mad quick. The other 2 are like mad quick. All right, tip number 3, you want to make training fun. What do I mean by that? Well, especially as it pertains to burning calories, it's a cool way to make it fun. And the best way is to compete with your friends. So if you guys are tracking how many calories you burn, you guys start competing with each other. So Whoop had a real cool thing where it was a community where you can set up like a team, like a Whoop team. And I had me and all my sales team and some of my other employees. We were all on the team when I had a Whoop, and we were trying to see who burned the most calories that day, right? It was like a competition. And I don't wear the Whoop anymore, right? Because it's a little geeky, but it's a good device. With my Apple Watch Ultra, my friends who have Apple Watches were competing with each other. And 2 of them in particular, man, my boy Corinne, who was a Marine, he used to kill people, man. He's just crazy. He's a Marine. And then my boy Tay Sweat, who's like some big time trader. We're always competing with each other. Sometimes I wake up, Corinne been up since fucking 3 a.m. War flashbacks, running around the house and shit. And I look at my fucking Apple Watch. I look at the stats. I wake up and this motherfucker done burnt 1,500 calories. And I'm like, oh shit. All right, it's gonna be one of those days. But I ain't gonna let him beat me. And especially because these motherfuckers are vegans. Both of them are vegans. I know black vegans. I ain't even know that was a thing. That's like new shit. And I'll be goddamn if I'm gonna let some black vegans beat me at anything. I don't care how many wars you won. I'm not gonna. Let's see if I'm winning today. The only time they beat me is if I don't wear the watch for something. I got my other boy Daniel. He was supposed to join. He was an Army Ranger, but I don't think he want to smoke. So Apple only shows you the total calories, right? With your team, it doesn't show you. But I am getting my ass kicked today. Corinne burnt like 1,400 active calories. I'm losing today, but the day ain't over. The day ain't over. There's been days I just stayed up. My girl was like, hey, let's do this. I was like, nah, I got to beat the vegans. I got to beat the vegans. It looks like today's one of those days. Today's one of those days. Yesterday, I smoked these motherfuckers, though. Look at this. Can't compete, man. Can't fuck with me. And so, like, we're pushing each other, and everybody's getting more ripped as a result. This is a form of positive peer pressure. You guys been hanging out with losers all the time. They want you to fucking go party with them, chase hoes with them, circle jerk, whatever it is you guys do. And they peer pressure you into doing that loser shit. You need to create a team of fucking warriors that peer pressure you into greatness. It's a super effective strategy. That's one way to make it fun. Another way is some new shit all the time. I used to think that video games were just for like dorks, but come to find out, they're for me too. Right? So I got a Nintendo Switch, and what I do is to make cardio more fun, I have an exercise bike on my deck, on one of my decks. I got like 5 of them, but like on one of them, I got an exercise bike, and I only play the Switch when I'm doing cardio. And the reason is because playing video games, they're a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun because they spike dopamine. But exercise, and especially cardio, is like boring, agonizing. This way, I introduce dopamine on the exercise bike to the boring exercise, and it makes it fun. And sometimes I be in there, motherfucker, with the Smash Bros, Splatoon, fucking people up, and I might do cardio for like way longer than I intended. This way, I have a little fun and beat the vegans. Get ripped at the same time. This is a cheat code. I'm gonna be saying this all the time. It doesn't have to be the Switch. You can get a Steam Deck or something, or just get yourself an exercise bike, pull up to the Xbox, whatever it is you got. It makes it fun. And there's also fitness games on the Switch. That's what I like. There's fitness games on the Switch. There's one called Arms that I like. Boxing, you like a robot boxing or some shit. I put these like weights on my wrist, and that makes it so much harder. I burn way more calories. And this makes the cardio fun. Oh yeah, I made a video about this too. I recently found out that the Meta Quest has a bunch of similar fitness games that actually look cooler. On my iPad, I'll be playing Call of Duty Mobile on the exercise bike, shooting people in the face and shit. And that's a lot of fun. But Meta Quest has a game where it's like you're in it and you gotta like really do this shit. It's like Call of Duty, but it's like, it's like you actually doing this shit, you know? So I will report back to you on that, you know what I'm saying? And they got boxing games. They got a Creed game. And I'm assuming your girlfriend dumps you for some other nigga, and then you got to go like win a championship. I'm assuming that's how Steve Harvey's daughter dumps you, and then you got to start boxing. I ain't played it yet, but I just assume that's how it goes. Make it fun, man. With either competing with your friends and use video. This is a cheat code, guys. Video games while doing cardio, but only while doing cardio. Like I rarely ever play it when I'm not doing cardio. Maybe on planes and shit. You know, sometimes I'll break out Smash Bros or something. But this is a cheat code. Video games while doing cardio. If you got an iPad, you can hop on Xbox Game Pass with the controller. Boom. Those are the 3 things. The last one was fun. The first 2 are extreme. The very first one is most important. In fact, they are listed in order of importance. If you can do those, I promise you'll be in the best shape of your life. I know it's a lot, but it's just how bad do you want it? Are you the kind of guy who's trying to see how much you can get away with, or are you trying to see how much you can push yourself? You ain't got to tell me. We'll see it. You know what I'm saying? We'll see it. You're going to be wearing it.